Well, hello. This time, I'm coming out with my gloves out. I'm tired of being belittled. I'm tired of being told I'm a liar. I'm stealing other people's content and going off making content and making money out of it, like criminality has, prof. The list goes on. One thing I haven't showed you guys that I showed last night, but I'm showing again tonight. I know who JP is. Jason Palladino. Do you realize? Do you know what it feels like for one that was involved with Delphi, Jason Palladino, to have his friend Erin Unger, a cartel dealer in Frankfurt that was picked up along with her daughter, Sully Sexton, another male in the house, and then her daughter's boyfriend, Dustin Willis? 2015, Frankfurt. Spice. They were raided. And if you look on the community wall posts I've been posting, I've been showing and telling you guys about this, I opened up. Jason Palladino told Erin Unger, if I was to keep talking, I would end up like those two Delphi little girls. I'd be slit, tortured, left in the mud puddles like those two little Delphi girls. Jason Palladino had Erin Unger, another cartel dealer and good friend of his, give me that threat. Not just that, but keep this in mind. This was brought up to Jerry Holman and this individual right here, Stephen Buckley, the sergeant in command of the investigation in Lafayette. Look him up. But then for Erin to tell me if I was to keep doing what I'm doing right now, she herself would kill me. Herself. Not Jason. Her. But then I go to talk on Reddit. I've been trying to stay off Reddit. I've had so many run and take my shit back to content creators that are helping cartel dealers turn killers to try to get them to walk and their family and friends. They're giving information back to Shelley Collins that was giving it back to Elvis Fields. In person. Multiple meetings with her husband going down to his families in Rushville, giving this to them. And thanks to Julie Melvin, Tony Hunt, Tina Riddell, Linda Garlick, all these individuals allowing Shelley Collins to directly have affiliations and directly talking to Carrie Timmons while she's meeting with Elvis Fields, who helped kill her daughter, giving him everything he needs to walk free, running 2 Facebook groups and being a member of multiple others, and then in chats with Julie Melvin, Jenny Kroom, you had Jolene Jody Posley, Amy Jones, Prof's Mod. Oh, I'm tired of being walked on and treated like I'm dog shit But Mike Aushbrooke said everything I showed him was of no value. There's no time and date stamps there. No value. Nothing to see there. Well, I think it's odd where ISP HQ, when I've been just as recent, I spoke up. When Tony Hunt made threats to kill Mike Patty if he was to drive past his house, he would shoot Mike Patty. I don't care what side you sit on. Pro Gilder, pro defense. When you're making threats in prof's chat of shooting Mike Patty for so much as driving past Tony Hunt's house, do it one more time. Go ahead, do it. Is his exact words. And others in prof's chat praising and urging him on. Hey, Tony, go ahead and lock and load. Get ready. Yeah, I let it be known to Jerry Holman. And I let it be known when it wasn't worth his time, he gave me to Stephen Buckley, the sergeant in command of the investigations over at Lafayette Post. So here, 2025, they know about right there. You have Jason Palidino and Erin Unger, two cartel dealers involved in those details of how two little girls died. And ISP HQ and the FBI was looking at me. You gave this and you let this be known years back. You let this be known to Jerry Holman and Stephen Buckley here recently in 2025. And like I told him, I was smart. I brought it back up. I showed the evidence. I showed the screenshots within Prof's chat where Tony Hunt was threatening to put a bullet in Mike Patty for driving so much as past his house yet again. Go ahead and do it. Then others in Prof's chat praising and urging him on, telling him a known felon to lock and load, to ambush and do what he wanted. So yeah, I don't care what side you are sitting on. I'm a living victim and witness that have individuals threatening my life if I can so much as try to get justice for two little kids. I'm a child victim myself of molestation and rape from about 3.5, 4 to about 9. Getting drugged up, molested, raped, along with my little cousin. Us came about, and the truth came out. Oh, they wanted to listen when they fucking cocked a gun, put a gun to my fucking head, tell me what the fuck happened, who did what. Tell me the truth and the whole truth. I told family to fucking put a bullet in my head and think I'm a liar. Your distant cousin, come to find out, their aunt did it to them when they were kids. Her son did it to me and my little cousins, and come to find out, his nieces and nephews are their cousins. Thank God that fat piece of shit, Billy Ferris, is sitting 6 feet under. Oh, wait, he was cremated. He was burned alive, and I hope to God he's burning in hell. The same Ferris family over in Boone County. If you look up the last name Ferris, all the meth dealing, like TJ Ferris. How about Anthony Bergenball, whatever you say his name, best friend, dealing partner, Austin Ferris. I tried speaking up right after Deputy Pickett, Boone County, was murdered. The sheriff at the time, Michael Nilsson, couldn't be bothered. But the FBI used my intel when it had militia members belonging to the same militia that Shane Meehan, Brad and Amber Holder belonged to. They used my informant files to actually get charges, connections made between Terre Haute police officer Robert Pitts and Boone County deputy Jacob Pickett. Federal ties and connections. It was admissions, the texts on the way down, where they were going, who they were with. Then, during and right after the first murder, the roommate, then the other murder of the officer. acting like they didn't know what was going on. They totally forgot they were already talking to me. I recorded the phone calls on the way down there. They trusted their commanding officer in that militia. Like I told Brad and Amber, they might want to backtrack and look at their commanding officers when it comes to that American Patriots 3% medical commanding officer, Michael Phillips. I was the commanding officer of the medical field side of that militia, both Indiana, all Indiana regions, and nationwide. Every single state that American Patriots had active military, active law enforcement, like you just seen. Corey Bothello, Indiana State Police, Tony Slocum, best of friends. Why? They belong to the same militia. Both were active law enforcement. Corey was a longtime deputy. During their longtime friendship, Corey was raping and molesting a child under the age of 16, a family member, and now sits life behind bars. Real good friends, Tony. Just like the dozens other, like Frank Castiello, the BUNDY ranch standoff, the last one, federal armed standoff with against us in feds, Bureau of Land Management. Every single one of those standoffs, the FBI Fed, they couldn't find them all, was me. Michael Aushbrooke, you keep going around all these pages bragging about, oh, there was a federal informant, there was an informant, credible informant that came forward to Matt Hoffman and Andy. I was going to upload a shit ton of that right now, from the Dropbox to the text messages. If you look back, I've already shown that. But for individuals like Delphi docs to treat me like I'm complete and utter dog shit, a waste of their fucking time, you're a waste of my fucking time. You're acting like you're so high and fucking mighty and giving all the information you want back to individuals where in their chats, in their groups, in their little giving information to and from and getting it back to other people within their little circle and cult-like followers and in their little chat groups. Ones like Linda Garlic, her family and friends like Judy Hathaway, Amy Jones, Tony Hunt, they're all getting this information, feeding it back to Linda Garlic, Tina Riddell, and multiple content creators are actively working with cartel members and their family that have already admitted they killed. But yet, let's give them everything we know in the name of justice. All it is for content, money, views, and look at me. They use all my content, everything that I've got threats from Jason Palidino, aka JP, that was sitting right next to Erin Unger in Frankfurt, December 21st, 2020. If I keep talking, I'll end up just like those two Delphi girls. Then if I would talk without her permission, she will personally hunt me down and kill me herself. A cartel dealer. She's not the only one. How about Tyler Joe French? The feds and ISP sure as hell looking because they backtracked and looked. Oh, shit. Back 2016, 2018. The two mass shootings. FBI had investigations just like they did in Delphi before the girls ever happened. Suspects known to them. Brad Holder, Jeff Brackett. There's a reason all that militia talk that was going on February 1st, 3rd. You see me? Just parts letting it out. There's a reason I have not trusted so many. And criminality. Teresa. Do you want to be honest with these people? 100%? Vanessa Walsh? You used her old handle. How about you use her real new handle where she's got over 100 and some odd thousand subs? Your old partner. You chose to break it off with your old partner while she was being stalked, harassed by a cult following that you chose to follow and belong to with Lainey or Ani, the same one, truth and transparency, you're still best buddies with. If you think I'm speaking shit and talking shit, I'm speaking the truth. Teresa, how about you come forward and admit to everybody, or do I need to show you everybody the dozens and dozens and dozens, the harassment, the stalking, the harassment? Let's send this people. Let's send this group. Let's up that. They lost his trust. Let's send this group. Nope, that didn't work either. Let's send this group. Oh, let's sextort him. I made a joke. Oh, you want my trust? Show me some titties. As a fucking joke. And you sent somebody show me tits and ass, make me think she's single, she's interested, and you don't think you're the only one that's done this? How about Jolene Jody Posley trying to do it on behalf of Jenny Crew to get me to shut the fuck up about Brittany Mooseholder, and then her and her friends that go back multiple cases like Jamie Beasley, Tony Klein, baby Amir Robertson, Indianapolis. Her niece that she raised like her second daughter, like one of her daughters. Go ahead, go there. Hey, Jenny, should I play the recorded calls? How you were talking about calling up some of your motorcycle clubs and some of your buddies in the cartel? A few phone calls, you'll shut me up right then and there. Go ahead and go there. Because I was speaking the truth, I was asking you some hard questions. But yeah, I'm the retard. I'm the one, I don't know what I'm talking about. It just makes me sick. We're so many. Hold on, I was trying to. Why the hell? Oh, how did Julie Melvin become such a big part in this? Well, technically, she's family. And if you look back, you remember the blacked out prof, Greeno, CJ? They're all bragging about they've seen the crime scene pictures. If you look back to the sticks, remember Prof blacked all those out? One of his followers, ACB, asked him, what the fuck are those? Well, since you asked, Julie Melvin asked me if I wanted the crime scene photos. This is Prof, right there in the comments, responding to individuals like ACB in his chat, in his comments, asking, what the fuck are these? Well, since you asked, Julie Melvin asked Prof to prove that Rick Snee lied under oath and sent her the crime scene photos. She asked Prof like she asked CJ, Greeno, Criminality, so many of these others that got the crime scene photos was from Julie Melvin. And by God, by all means, all these content creators that can be fighting among each other, but they all protect the source of where they got the crime scene photos, Julie Melvin, at all costs. You see Prof going against all these other content creators in a dull period where there's not really any content. Have you noticed CJ starting fights with each other, Greeno starting fights among each other, other content creators? They were all buddies. And like I said, look back in my community wall post. They were all buddies, having a good time. Like Adrian, Fiend, Dan, The Unraveling. All them in chats having a good time, good laugh. Remember when CJ and Greeno brought up my 2018 Inside KPD? Oh, his TBI he got in service, and oh, his PTSD. Did you not realize? And I just been letting it be known, even to Christine on Criminality's chat, begging to the point I was begging. You know, my PTSD comes from me being raped and molested as a child. And you're going to sit there and laugh. Call me a retard. It makes me mentally ill. No one gives a fuck what you think. Do you know what it feels like to have Jason Palidino and other cartel dealers like Tyler Joe French saying he knows where you live? Then I can't wait to the day he gets what's coming to him. But look back where they went double cuts to make sure the X rune was left on Libby's neck. If you look at that GEBO rune, and one of the messages, it reads loud and clear, what goes around comes around. It's the same wording Tyler Joe French sent me in an email that is now sitting with the FBI outside of Indiana. And if you want any justice, look at Larry Nassar when it comes to children. Do you really think the Indianapolis field office that already knew details and suspects? I was told on Delphi, Karina, Flora, the other cases like Jeremy Patterson and Prof. Listen closely. The disgraceful attitude in the rush to make content and money. It's Jeremy, not Peterson. It's Patterson. Did I say that slow enough for your fucking retarded ass? You call me a retard, but the least you could do is show the respect to a missing, well, he wasn't missing, but he was murdered by a suspect that was forced on me, helping his friend Alan Tinker, that was leaked information by the locals that Jeremy was about to roll, new intel on Alan being involved with Karina's case, as well as the other ones that were there involved. Jeremy was about to roll, and Curtis Beck helped his best friend and cartel buddies kill his roommate. I've got text messages still to this day. Indianapolis FBI, former agent, now retired, Michael Curtis, and the FBI was going to pay me to go to Jeremy Patterson's apartment and get a tattoo illegally done at home in that apartment by Curtis Beck. I got how much it's going to cost, the location, all that. But then he helped Alan Tinker, who's now out. And I got recent messages where he's like, I can't wait till I come to see you here one day soon. Can't wait to come and see you. Because he only got 10 years and he's out walking free. A murderer was allowed to only get 10 years and he's out walking a free man. Threatening to come see me and he can't wait to see me. To what him and his friends do what they did to him and others to me. Tyler Joe French using the same verbiage that they left on Libby's neck. That X, what goes around comes around. He's using the same wordage. I'm about to get what's coming to me here one day soon. But nothing to see here. So many of these content creators and their friends was so damn worried about getting the content to push it out, to make money and make a name for themselves, to get subs and memberships, a constant flow of money coming to them and theirs. Fuck him. Fuck the source of that information. But let's take it and make our own content. And let's go make money off of it as our own work, our own digging. But I have individuals like Jason Palidino and Erin Unger threatening to kill me like they killed those two little girls. Then if I was to keep talking like I am now, Erin Unger herself would hunt me down and kill me herself personally. This has been known to the FBI. This has been known to the Indiana State Police since 2020 when aka JP and Erin Unger use the exact details. And like I said, the Indiana State Police HQ, um, sorry, I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to see. Oh, okay. I was trying to catch up. For some reason, I don't know what's going on. I can only see half of my comment screens. That's just weird. But long story short, I'm tired of content running off using what has people like Jason Palladino and Aaron Unger threats to kill me. They're running off and acting like it's their own work, their own digging, when it has cartel dealers threatening to kill me like Tyler Joe French, Ricardo Espinoza. How about Milwaukee, from the vice president to the president to multiple members? Threats on my life, wanting to kill me, to shoot me, to beat me, but being praised by Mike Patty and Becky Patty. I have one of their former members, when it comes to Destiny Pittman, Milwaukee Iron, knew all about it. There's been so many wanting to get out of me for content and money I've held on to for so long. I was belittled. I was laughed at. I was called a retard by even individuals that are saying they're advocates for missing and murdered victims, witnesses, and justice, just like Delphi Docs claims to be. But look, do they have Jason Palladino and his cartel buddy? And if you look up Celeste Sexton, Erin Unger's older daughter, Dustin Willis, D. Wills, you'll still see to this day Garrett Kurtz, Ash Lee. I've got her whole friends list. Erin Unger, Celeste Sexton, D. Wills, aka Dustin Willis. And Erin, I've actually got her saying, "Oh, Dustin Willis, I know him personally. He doesn't even know who you are." My ass. He lives right there with you for the longest time. Him and your daughter just had another kid. I've been trying to sit back and bite my tongue, Erin, because I know I tried speaking up and I was told by Monticello PD to shut my fucking mouth. Linda Garlic moved in with your child's rapist and molester, her brother. Clay Sawyer is his nicknames. It's James Sawyer Jr. She moved in with James Sawyer Sr. and Jr. to protect those two, to coddle those two. After another cousin admitted that he attacked her in your house, you were so distraught, Linda, and you moved out to protect your poor Clay and your poor James and turned your back on children that he attacked. Then tell me a child rape and molested victim? Oh, for exposing your grandson, your poor Clay? Oh, how about your son's best friend? If you guys look back, I'll let it be known who he is, out of Columbus, Indiana, longtime child molester. That James Sawyer, Linda Garlic, and her family was allowing his best friend, a known child molester, and you want to see what Linda and her son and family thought about his best friend? They knew, and they've met the underage girlfriend that James' best friend was dating for years. They knew it. They didn't see anything wrong with it. I think it was 14, 15, and he was what, damn near 20? almost 30, but you didn't see anything wrong. I can go real deep into subject matter there. But when all these individuals are helping individuals like Shelley Collins, who was meeting Elvis Fields, even while defense was begging for information, I trust Andy. Matt, not so much. I'm about to come out swinging. If you've seen what all Matt Hoffman was gatekeeping and refusing to get to Andrew, makes me sick. And it makes me wonder, one of the highly compromised defense attorneys that lived in Kokomo for years, Brad Rossi. The same good old boys club you'll find around Jamie Noel, many of the same friends you have sitting friends right there with Brad Rossi and the locals, including cartel dealers and gang members sitting friends with Brad, his wife, adult children, family members. And you wonder how all these Kokomo Good Old Boys Club members, corrupt politicians, elected officials, and rank and file law enforcement, you have multiple attorneys, judges, sitting longtime friends with proven 2018 cartel dealers, one after another. As much as I just seen Judge Lynn Murray went and tried to hide all that, I documented all that. The hundreds and thousands of screenshots. Every member of this cartel raid in 2018, 2020, 2020, 21, 22, not just Kokomo, Delphi. You've got ones like Brett Sandifer, longtime friends with Tony Liggett, Del Seward, among many, many, many more, city and county. Then he had ones like Tina Riddell, going back, and many of the same friends, rank and file law enforcement and elected officials he was sitting friends with. You had Tina Riddell sitting with the same individuals, Megan's mom. Then you had Megan, then her aunt, Christy Lynn Martin, aka. Did you realize where I even asked Anna, and she admitted it, yes, Christy Lynn Martin was, in fact, Abby Williams' godmother. Surprise? Surprise. How close known cartel dealers were just how close to certain individuals. And when it comes to this troubled community, oh, so help me God, don't you dare bring up the troubled community. It's taken over 160 lives and over 40 now children's lives. All of the troubled community. But oh, how dare you bring up a terrorist organization and the terrorists acting upon it, taking the lives of troubled community within that troubled community they caused? All the missing and murdered cases of the troubled community. But don't you dare bring up the drugs, the dealers, the friendships. But if you bring up criminal network analysis and you show the social media network analysis, the same dealers and killers being best friends and using social media as a tool, and you tell me the cartel doesn't use social media as a tool, you might want to really start looking back at my community wall post. But Delphi docs to treat me like I'm subhuman, like a piece of shit, at least I'll call him Jay, but Lowlight, when he emailed me, I'm not going after you, Lowlight. You were pushed on me to, oh, I don't have time for this piece of shit garbage. The same piece of shit garbage you don't have time for, Delphi docs? I wish I didn't have to fucking keep talking to save my life. When Erin Unger and Jason Palidino told me, if you want to stay alive, you get a large backing, as many as you can behind you, if you want to stay alive. I've had about 1,730 people for ages now, while other content creators, their friends, run off, use my content. It's what I got my threats like against me from Jason Palladino and his cartel dealers that are best friends with serial killers and other dealers turned killers. If only you would take the time, the social media network analysis, going back to this criminal network analysis, it's sick. Remember the reporter that was just murdered down the Super Bowl? It's sick when his killer and her friends go back to this same cartel drug ring. I've got over 80, 90 cases outside of Indiana. It's closing in around 300 cases across 11 states. And almost 200 of those right now I've been focusing right now on Indiana. There's recent missing cases, murder cases, the ties and connections to go back to the criminal and social media network analysis to the same names. Go back to Delphi, Karina, Baby Amir Robertson, Flora Ford. Why do none of you want to let it be known and speak the truth? The troubled community was involved in each of these cases. You want it hid. You want it locked behind doors. Well, the FBI didn't want it hid, not spoken about. The same locals that came forward to me in Flora was talking about and showing proof of the grass trail, complaining and actually letting it be known about the traffic at two certain locations, Clem Street, Columbia Street. The amount of dealing that was going on between Division on Columbia and Clem Street is insane. It's documented on record. And you don't think the FBI and Indiana State Police headquarters didn't want to look into that and know about that? Didn't know about elected officials, city and county, rank and file law enforcement, firefighters sitting friends with dealers? Oh, nothing to see there. Just like Michael Aushbrooke told me multiple times in texts and everything like that, like I'm not worth his time. Well, I think it's odd that the FBI, Indiana State PD headquarters, was getting things hidden from them by Jerry Holman and Stephen Buckley, among others, including my handler, Michael Curtis. When I finally got out of Indianapolis and Indiana, the lies, disregard, and negligence, the lies that were allowed to be killed by Michael Curtis and suspects that were sitting in my file. How the hell do you think it makes me feel being called a retard? I'm good for nothing. I'm not worth your fucking time. Like I said on that Reddit post, Todd Click, Greg Ferency, Matt Hoffman, Andrew Baldwin. They didn't make me feel less than human, subhuman like Delphi docs just did today. All your friends trying to get my information, what I know, in every detail, just where they could hurry up, run off, and make content and make money off of it, while they claim they're here for justice, here for victims, witnesses, to raise them up, give them a voice. They took my voice. They took the people that were behind me. Don't listen to him. He's a fucking retard. He's fucking mentally ill. Come over to our page. We'll spend hours making fun and laughing about him. Fiend, Angela, the whole Unraveling group, R&M. Will you own up and speak the truth, or do I need to show the recorded conversations with you, Greeno, all on live panel, having a joyful time? Oh my God, he really is a fucking retard. Ha 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 ha. All the chats, all the attacking for years now. You claim you're here for victims, of witnesses, and justice? All I see is a bunch of content creators out to make a name for themselves and out to make money, in a rush to make content by any means necessary. I'm asking you guys right now, I'm trying not to be like Prof and little bitch boy and fucking attack everybody. I want you to own up to your mistakes. Do I need to show the people the full context and the full content down where criminality is allowed? Multiple people attacking me, belittling me, calling me a fucking retard on her life and her panel. CJ, Greeno. Remember when CJ came on with the aluminum foil hat? My picture, and you guys are just having a big old fucking time. And then somebody called me Mike Nipples, and you guys talking about fucking buttery nipples. Having a good old fucking laugh on my behalf. I talked to Vanessa Walsh. I got exactly every single one of your names that went off to attack and partner up with her attacker that's sitting with a lifetime protective order against her. Truth and transparency. So much for truth and transparency. How about you fucking come forward and come clean on what you guys are trying to hide to make a better name for yourself, just where you can make a new page, just where you can make money and not have to work? Or do I need to show the people the true colors, the receipts, the evidence, the proof? And they thought they wanted you as PIs? Wow. So much for background, looking into people before you trust them. When they're chat, the ones in their groups, are you getting information back to the third parties like Elvis Fields and others? Those are the ones you trust getting Rick Allen justice. They chose to run off with the motorcycle and the oldness group when they knew about the Tears Hellhounds, Norse and Pagan Kindred, that Brad and Amber, their members, the militia training that was going on. Matt knew all that, and he kept that from Andrew. It makes me wonder, was it Brad telling him, don't give that to Andy? Let me see it. No. Make sure that doesn't get to Andy. Remember when Andrew was talking about the corruption? There was a part that didn't want the corruption seen. Why? Because it exposed him and his good old boys and friends. There's a current member of Rick Allen's defense. They're highly compromised. Instead of talking about this and saying about it, here soon I'm about to come out with all the proof you ever need, back to the missing and murder cases, the dealers, and their friends. And go ahead and try to hide it. I've already got it documented, Brad. How about Lombardo? Everybody trusts all these people. Just like a current male defense attorney on the appeal team. I'll give you a hint. Both Brad and him lived with them and their families in Kokomo for years. Many of the same friends that go back to Jamie Noel, his family, the corruption, the money laundering. How about you look into Daniel Metz? Florida Attorney General went after him and his two partners that took $4 million, came back and has elected officials, rank and file law enforcement, as board members, making millions now. How about the human trafficking, paying addicts in Florida to get bussed up this way just to attend your rehabs? The insurance fraud. There's a hell of a lot I have never talked about, never brought up. I've been working alone till now. I've tried speaking up. I've tried getting a voice. So many of you all decided, oh, your money and you rush to make content was worth shutting me up. Just like this cartel has been trying all this time. I finally got a voice. It's up to me what I show and what I share. I know what I can and I know what I can't now. I'm not going to hinder cases. But just remember, Mike, the rest of you, remember, I'm garbage. Nothing I know is worth a damn. Remember Fiend? Others? Nobody gives a fuck what I say, what I think, what I know.